In this session, let us discuss about the welding classification. Uh, Welding is also as we know, the joining process. So the wooden parts also have the specific joints as we see in the furniture. And similarly, our body has also numerous joints at various bone locations. So in the metal joining process, according to the easy or difficulty of the disassembling, one classification is the permanent joining process and another is a temporary joining process. So the permanent joining process is one in which the joining cannot be disassembled easily. Only chance is to be broken. So the classification is welded joint, bracing joint, soldered joint, riveted joint, etc. The temporary joint may be examples, the threaded joints, pin joints, keyway joints. These are the examples of temporary joint. Next, the fabrication. So the welding is very much useful in the fabrication. So the fabrication can be defined as joining of two or more elements to make a single part is called fabrication process. So the fabrication process can be accomplished by three methods. One is a mechanical joining, that is a threaded joints, riveted joint, and adhesive bonds using some resins or glues. Then third is the soldered joint, bracing, welded joints. So by the three ways, the fabrication can be executed. Here, the definition of the welding. Here, the welding is a process of joining similar metals by application of heat with or without application of pressure and addition of filler material. Here, the metal is heated above the requisite temperature, so there is no need of external pressure. Here, the metal is heated metallurgically to join two metals with or without the filler metal. So the resultant is a permanent joint. So it can be said that in the a good welded joint can be as strong as the permanent metal. The major classification of the welding is one is the fusion welding or non-pressure welding, and second is the pressure welding or plastic welding. The first classification, fusion welding or non-pressure welding, metal at the joint is heated to the molten state and allowed to solidify to make the joint without application of the pressure. Here, the filler material may or may not be used, but the filler material should be similar to the base material. That is the same composition for both base and filler material. Examples are gas welding, electric arc welding, thermal fuse welding. Second is pressure welding or solid state welding. Here, the part to be joined or heated to the plastic state, and the joining is executed by applying the external pressure to complete the joining. Here, examples of the non-pressure pressure welding is forge welding, pressure gas welding, electric resistance welding. Here, as we talk about the joining process, the major classification is the welding is one of the method for joining process, and adhesive and mechanical casting as we discussed earlier. So the welding again, fusion welding and solid state welding, and in between the bracing and soldering. Again, fusion has the two classification, chemical and electric, solid state, electrical, chemical and mechanical. Again, chemical welding is also consists of axial and thermic welding, and electrical welding, that is electrical arc welding, electrical resistance welding, electron beam welding, laser beam welding. Electric welding have the type resistance welding, and chemical welding, diffusion welding, and explosion welding, and mechanical welding, cold welding, friction welding, and ultrasonic welding. So in the welding process, there are many types. One is the gas welding. So the system makes use of some combination of or mixture of two gases. Normally, oxygen acetylene mixture is mostly used, but also the air acetylene mixture and the oxygen hydrogen also can be used. Arc welding. Here, the arc is struck in between the two electrodes. By using the arc, the metal is heated above the requisite temperature. So Examples are metal arc welding, flux core arc, submerged arc welding, gas metal arc welding, gas tungsten arc welding. These are the examples of the arc welding. Resistance welding, these are types: wet spot seam welding, thermite welding, friction welding. Then the advanced welding methods consist of electron beam welding. Here the laser beam is used to heat and complete the joining process. Then in welding process, that is a joining process, and there are related process. One is brazing, soldering, and obviously cutting. So these are some classification of the welding process.